Hello, this is Jerry playing Shapes 2. Today I'm going to be doing the Shapes 1 logo, and then we'll take a look at the Shapes 2 logo. I last time got a bunch of color trains all ready to go, so I shouldn't have to do any colors or mixing in anything like that. Looking at this logo, that looks like there's not a whole lot except for a little bit of white that I see in there, some diagonal patterns, and single pin underneath this. So I will get started. Found a source for circles. If I take these and make them diagonal, we'll kind of have part of what we need. So I have a diagonal cut times 4, or I see. Let's not do that. Let's instead just do the regular diagonal. Put that here, here. Whoops. Take that, put that. Oh my goodness. Try this again. Seriously. There we go. All right, and let's say I have a look at what we're going to get. I can't remember if I've normalized these so they get flipped the right way in both or not. Okay, looking north. Only 1/2. Oh, we just had to give it a second. Okay, yeah, they're flipped the right way. Let me just orient this way with a clockwise turn for everything. So turn clockwise straight. Boom, 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 boom. All right, and if we've got that, now I need to get a square. So maybe it's the same thing. I think the squares were relatively... Oh, there it is. Some squares over here. Let's just have a look. Oh, I feel like the turn... Well, no. Actually, no, maybe not. Hold on. Never mind, never mind. Let's have a look. Point ourselves north. So if the corner or the square is on the top left, that's a good sign. Or top right, I mean. Zoom in here. It looks, yeah, it is. Okay. And then if I cut the west half, which is just a standard cut, then we should have, hold on, let me just do platform cut. And then if we stack these two things together, it should line up just nicely. Let me just orient these such that this can be loaded on a train. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take the belt spread times 8. We'll put that like that. Just give ourselves just a little bit enough. Make sure we get enough room. Let's get rid of these. But it's basically the plan that's going to work. Put that across like that. Then we'll connect you to there, you to there, you to there. And then this guy over there. And we'll do an interlaced load. So we'll do at the top times 8. Let's just flip that like this. Then we'll need an engine. Let's see, shapes times 16 will work. Plug that into there. Okay, and this is where things are a little bit different than what I normally do. I think I still want to... We're getting 8. Okay. We've got 8. Okay, let me think. I've got this thing. What did I call it? I think that's under... Yeah, we essentially want to stack... Oh, right. We got stacked bottom and stacked... Oh, it's not going to matter. So I'll just stay stacked top. Put this in like that. And I believe that if I do this, connect those in there, connect this in like that into like that. Okay, and then let's take this track. Oh, shoot. What? Uh, I'm getting confused on the, okay. Technically, okay, everything's loading at the bottom. And, so are we saying that, okay. I haven't quite gotten my head around the different floors. So, okay. Here we go. We can take the train up. So, with all that being said, then we get, I think what's going to be the first thing we want to deliver. So, let's put that on the train. Oops. Let's have a look at where the vortex is from here. We'll go in this direction then. And we'll take that long train like this. Send that to the vortex, and I think that's step one. Right, I'll let that run for a bit, and we will see what we get. Got some of our shapes loading in. This looks good to me. Game says so as well. I'll just wait for a train to deliver it to the vortex. First train on the way out. Train is now arriving, dropping off towards the vortex. Now seeing if we're going to start delivering some points. Excellent. There we go. We need 6,000 of those. Now we want to make a modification. Let me just double check, but I think it's pretty much just a pin on one of these guys. So let's see. We'll push this is the cut, right? We'll want to get rid of this then. Do some changes here. So I guess on, let's just confirm. But I think on the left side, that's the one that has... Oh, right. We're going to want to split. We're going to want to split. I'll get a split up. I'm going to take a moment here. I had an issue. Oh, I also can see that... I have a little bit of a space issue almost. Let's just give ourselves a little bit of space. Try to work this out. All right, so decided to put in 8 of these guys. I can already see that we're going to have to go at least one further out, maybe more. But let's see if this works. Go here, you go there, you can go there. Oh, this is actually looking all right. There we go. Okay, this will work. So this is going to split these. I do want to change the way the this cutting works, but I'll get into that if I find it's a problem again. Sometimes if one side's held up, the other side, yeah, anyway, it can be, it caused a little bit of an issue once. But, okay, so if I point north, I can see that the left is the side that needs the pinning. So I've got this guy here for that. Technically, I guess we could just, or am I wrong, stack right here before we actually stack the whole thing together. I don't see why not. And if we have a look at this, then we'll want to take this and we'll want to bring in this train that's going to stack that. And will it shouldn't matter. No, still won't matter who's which one's on top. So we'll do a stack top. Now, maybe this is where I got confused last time, but push those there, push those there. There, there. Okay, that's nicely lined up. Send this train over there. And load that in. And have a train take that to the vortex, possibly. Connect this like this, and maybe we've got it. I think I can just ignore this little section and just kind of directly connect in like that. There we go. All right, let this run for a bit and see where we get. Feel like, no, that's not right. There we go. All right, some shapes being dropped off for us. Hopefully this will give us part of our, or actually this should give us our final thing. And then if this works, my thinking is I can, at this point, haven't need to do any coloring, but we'll start pulling in some white. So I've got a white terrain here all ready to go. And I think we more or less want to have that go somewhere over here. And we'll do some painting here in a second. But just before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let me just follow this. See if, okay, it's not indicating that we've got the, okay, boom. Yep, we do. All right, I'll let that run for a bit. Actually, you know what? Yeah, because we'll, I don't want to interrupt that. Come back to this last little section in a second, in a little bit. Feel like it is now safe to interrupt this process. So let's just, might want to actually just take, not quite that much, that little section here, cut that, move that up a bit, give ourselves a little bit of room. We'll want to do the painting. How does that work again? So train paint times 8. No, that has improved painting. That's what I call it. So this is the new form of painting, where we will have the shapes go in here, and we will only have we'll have some train pick up. Actually, you can kind of see that's kind of nice in the way that we won't need this little thing. We can just directly take this. Whoops. Plug that directly into the output. Like, oh, like so. And then we will connect 4 into there, and then these 4 into there. And then take our white line. I don't see the white little label there for that train, actually. That's a little concerning. Oh, because that's not the actual white train. That's why. Okay, that explains it. We will put this guy into there. Okay. I'm going to have to get more familiar with now that I've got 3 floors. So confused. Okay, so we'll take this train. This train will go, oh my goodness. Yep, not at all used to 3rd floor. I was barely used to the 2 floors. Now there's 3. Okay, so anyway, let's just confirm. White is going in. This section is being painted. I think this is going to work. All right, we'll let that run for a bit and see where we get. New white shapes being dropped off here. Just about getting rid of the old ones. How about I take that and do wipe? Might help a little bit. Okay, let's have, so white is going in at the top, though it shouldn't matter in this particular scenario. our squares, including one that has a corner pinned. Lined up the right way, I believe. That looks right to me. Oh, maybe I just need to. There we are. Awesome. Okay, so that's that. We are nearly there. Goodbye, Shapes 1. We're going to Shapes 2. All right, so I'm going to start off with, let me just erase a few things. Still want the circles, but maybe it'd be nice to kind of have everything sort of cleared out. We don't need squares this time. Take that out, take that out. Get rid of that too, might as well. Can always easily recreate it. I did find shape, unless I maybe just destroyed it somewhere. Was that, I guess this is technically the shape that I wanted, but I thought I found that. Hold on. Probably just deleted it, didn't I? Okay. Oh, wait. It's way over here. But actually, now looking at it, I think I prefer using the one that's a little bit closer, which was, I'm going to, you know what? Nah. Let's go back over here. I thought I had doubled that. Well, I mean, easy enough just to double. All right, well, but actually, that's not what we need right now. Let's go to the circles. Okay, I'll just clear this. All right, after clearing that out and clearing my head a little bit, I decided, you know what, let's just come over here where I've got this shape, which is exactly what we want later on. And I found a different set of circles where we'll work with these. So to start off with, some pins. So let's just go throw a pin on each location. There, 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 and there. And now some painting. So paint, improved painting. So we'll have one, or I guess the shape is going to be input here. Let's do that. Take these, have that go there, have that go there, have that go in there. And we just need to have our color. So we'll go down here, get our magenta. So this is nice. I invested in a bit of time doing this last time, and now I'm finding it's paying off. So we'll just on trying to figure out what is it. Okay, so the train is on level 1, and what I just built is on level 2. Okay, fair enough. So let's take this. Plug that in. And that should give us some trains. And actually, that should just be, hold on. And then the next shape is the same. It kind of looks revert. Wouldn't this be the more complicated one? Is that right? Oh, no. I must have, I didn't realize the order you click these. Okay, that's why I get confused. Well, you know what? Let's do half with and half without, and then I can just let it run, and I get both while I'm taking a quick break. If it goes the way I think. Now I can already see that rail's unfortunately a little bit in the way. But if I just go up here instead, okay. And I made a new blueprint, which I'm about to try out right now. Oh, I just changed the load, this one here, to have the train built in. All right, and I think that's going to be our result for two of them, which is pretty cool. Have that go towards the vortex. And yeah, I'll take a little bit of risk here, but I'm going to go walk away and see what happens when I come back. Well, I got burned. The issue that I had is didn't realize that this little track was kind of causing a bit of an issue because we weren't actually getting any color. But now I think, oh, okay. All right. New rule, always check the line. Make sure that the line is connected where you want the color to be dropped off. Okay. So this time, instead of letting it run, I'm just going to do a little bit of watching. So what's going to happen later, we're going to want to take this shape and stack that on top of the shape that's over here. So we can actually design a portion of this. Stack top or stack bottom. So that was referring to what the train's delivering. So that what the train is delivering is going to be stacked on top. So we'll want to stack top. Have that go like that. Does that connect? Okay, good. Take that. Make that go like that. Right, and then it's kind of like the reverse is what I kind of want it. So let's just take that, mirror that, like that. That way we can input the train, and that's going to give us, I think, the result we want. So I'll even go ahead and do a train load interlace times 8. Do that. Nope. Try again. There, that looks better. All right, let's do some testing, debugging to make sure everything's going the way we expect it to go. What's with the other ones are? Oh no, that's not entirely true. Oh, that might just been some of the old stuff that needs to work itself out. Never mind that then. But do we have? I guess it would show green. Oh right, because I did the pinning on half of them and the other half. Okay, but it's showing up as green. We just need to wait for a train. But are the trains moving? Maybe it already has something on the way. It is, but it's not being dropped off. Ah. And that's not even going to the right place. Okay, there we go. Look at the red. This is the new rule. Whatever you want the train to be destined to, make sure there's an actual line there. Okay, note it. First train arriving. And I have to remind myself, can I actually get credit for something that has something that has to be done first? Let's see. So these, it's not showing on this side, of course. But is this the one that's pinned? Okay, will I get credit for this, even though it's not the first one? Oh, I can. Okay, good. Cool. While at the same time getting credit for, I think that one is also the pinned. Wait a minute. Why are we only getting the pinned ones? What? Shouldn't we have both? I did take the pins off one side, right? Or did I forget to do that? No. Half of them should just be, and this is just circles without pins. I mean, they're being low. Okay, I think I just gotta give it a little bit of time, I think. Oh yeah, there we are. regular circles being thrown into the vortex. Taking note that there, well, 6,000, 8,000. Oh, we already have. Oh, I can't check it off though. Okay, so you can get the check it off, but you can't actually claim the points until the one. Okay, I see the rule. I see the rule. Just waiting for our circles, and there we have it. So now I should be able to check off this, and then this. Now it's time to do this. I think the only difference is this one is gray, and this one is white. So we'll do the gray one first, which, if I've designed this correctly, that's the vortex. Come down here. So instead of sending that out, we're going to send the shape to be stacked here on top. No, here on top. And if that's done correctly, that will go to the vortex. I don't know if I might need to hit respawn. I think it's just easier to do this. So this time through. Oh, and now we only want to do pinning. This is a nice, otherwise I would have been delivering at half the amount. So let's take that, wipe that, take that, wipe that. Otherwise we're just delivering stuff that we don't care about. Looking at this stacking portion, looks like the right thing was stacked on the right thing there. So we'll let that run through. Trains are arriving with our shapes. Here we go, here we go. So we need 8,000 of these. Okay, the first set are not working. I think that's just some of the old stuff without the pins. What about over here? That looks more correct. There we go. Figure while I wait for that, we can probably work on the next bit, which is pretty easy, I think. We just need some white. So we'll take our white line. And that's going to be the almost circle, I'll call it. So bring this up to this point. Oh, shoot. Oh no, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. Okay. So I'm just a bit nervous about interrupting this because maybe we actually don't have enough, because we have a bunch of empty trains. So at this point, I'll take a quick break. Question is, between this train and the next train, is that going to be enough to get our need 4,000? Can't quite see how many shapes there are necessarily in there. But yeah, just to be safe, I'll let the trains go. Actually, you know what? Now that I know that they've dropped that off, why wouldn't I just go down here, realizing that we've got to wait anyway, because there's nothing ready to go. Okay. It's looking like to me that was enough. So I could have actually gone instead of waited, but whatever. Okay, so all we need to do, I believe, take this out. Can do some painting with our new painting blueprint. I have no idea what floor. Let me just try this. No, not quite right. Try this. Okay, so 4 need to go there. 4 need to go there. So that's the shapes. If we take the white, which is over here, get that to go wherever the train's supposed to go. Like this, but up. Then we'll have some white being dropped off. And we'll take that, load that. Like that. That didn't work. What happened there? Oh, unfortunately. Oh. What to do, what to do. Let's just... Oh, I can't shift? Oh, no, I just didn't know how to press the shift button. Okay, we'll just get rid of this train. And we'll just add some more that way. And, of course, send this towards the vortex, like so. And I think that's it. I think we got it. I will watch this go through just to make sure, rather than walk away for a bit. The white train is on its way. So we've got a bunch of shapes that are ready. Oh. No, 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 no. This is not. No, 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 no. That painting had to be done before this. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Okay. Let's take all that away. Let's go back. Let's go back. So this is where the stacking is happening. Yeah, okay, okay. Big confusion here. Let's fix this. So what we want to do, we want to do the this. So that's painting. Have this go up into that. So that should give us our white things here. Then we want to do some stacking. So stacking after the white is done. And we want to stack on the top. Whatever is in the train gets put on top. Get that like that, such that we'll get half going in here. And half going in there. Take this train of shapes going in there. And then we will take the train final result if this works out to go actually nicely like that. Making sure that we connect that little line. And I'm definitely going to be watching this to make sure. So do we have the white line? Okay, the white line is showing up. Would we have some shapes going in? Might just be waiting for them, but we don't see them yet. Something wrong, or do we just have to be patient? No, something is, yeah, something's wrong. It's not actually connected. No. Really having trouble with this multiple platform floor. Okay. That looks like the shapes are now going in. Definitely not going to be walking away. I'm going to make sure that we get at least one of these head towards the vortex. So that's our shapes. The whites have already been dropped off. So there we go. If I point this way, I was just about to say I didn't even check whether this is oriented the right way, but we're throwing a circle on top, so it's not going to matter, will it? Nice. So we'll have that brought up here, and that's going under, which is what we want. Okay, good, good, good. And then we'll have this shape stacked on top. So let's just double check that that has pins on it. Good. And boom, that looks right. Does the game think it is too? Yes, it does. Okay. Now, as long as this red line, follow that, make sure that goes towards the vortex, I would say we're good. Let's go down here. Yep, red line. So just realizing because I connected to that line, kind of made this train line more longer than it needs to be. I'm also realizing if all the trains leave at the same time, you're kind of sitting with this situation with a bunch of stuff ready to go. So maybe I will just every now and then just add a new train, just so that this train can start and start picking up our shapes like so. Where is the return train? Maybe it makes sense. Okay, we're starting to deliver some of those. Maybe it makes sense to put in one more. So I don't know how to do this in a general sense, or I guess maybe I just always have to be in the situation of slowly adding trains on really long tracks. So that's picking up some shapes. Now they're empty. Now there's no sense putting another well, next train's there anyway. Okay. We'll let that run for a bit. That's 1,000 done. See anything here? Yeah. So we're just going a little bit longer on rail line than, oh, you know what? Not that it's really essential at this point, but let's do it shortcut. Plug into that. Now, what happens? Oh, I see. Okay, so it's still going the long way. What would happen to the trains that are en route if I were to say, hey, how do I do that? Okay, so now I'm directing red to go this way. So the trains that are there still go on it, even though it's technically not a valid track. I'm just curious if they'll actually drop those off. I'm sure they will. Hope they will. So this track eventually gets to the point where it's actually on the real red line. And can it drop off? That's okay, nice. And that's just going to make it such that future trains don't have to go through that slow road. Oh, but to come back. Wait a minute. Oh, no, they're not. That was just an old, that was maybe before the change. So in theory, I can get rid of that. Theory. Get rid of that. Oh, did that ruin the train even though... shoot. Oh, well. Oh, we are close. 14,000, almost 15,000. Well, I'll just wait. And that's it for today. Nice. Shapes logo 1 and 2 done. All right, my only comments is I'm loving having all the colors ready to go. What I'm not loving, it's not that I'm not loving it, I'm just not used to it yet. The different floors, but I think that's just going to come in time, I'm thinking. Anyway, this is Jared playing Shapes 2. See you guys next time.